So what brought me to wanting to help people find work is I witnessed my mother, struggle in her 20s to raise 6 kids. And I remember her, relying on welfare, experiencing child homelessness where I didn't even know. I'm like, Mom, why are we sleeping on my cousin's floor? And she's like, oh, because I'm currently going through some stuff. And realizing that, realizing and understanding that that could have been my future if I wasn't proactive about it. If I didn't have the goal to I'm gonna create opportunities for our family. I'm gonna create not only for my family, but for our communities. So when going through that and living that, I was like, how can we create a pipeline? When I got to college, I'm a first generation high school graduate and first generation college graduate. When I got to college, it was very easy for me to articulate and get opportunities. So I'm like, okay, but I'm the only Black person in these spaces. That's not fair. So I'm like, Chiquita, think. So I was with Young People for their program back in 2019, and I had to create a social justice blueprint. And my social justice blueprint was focused on career development, specifically for the youth. However, I wanted to also bring that along to, adults as well. So I created CJE Consulting, and, never forgetting about the youth. Since creating CJE Consulting, I helped over 100 people, get better employment with their resumes. I've helped start over 10 careers, or not careers, businesses throughout the country. So empowering people that look like me, that come from communities like me, with the ability to create opportunities not only for themselves but for their communities has definitely just been the reason why I continue to do what I do. And learning that my background isn't, I'm not gonna say it's nothing new. Yeah. It's nothing new to hear about people growing up in poverty. It's nothing new about unemployment. There's nothing new about it. So creating a pipeline that is inclusive and effective and strategic to helping those communities versus just oh, I'm gonna give you this, but I'm gonna forget about you. That's not my tactic. So I'm really proud and happy that I have the passion and the mindset to be I hear you, but just because you don't believe in these communities doesn't mean that I shouldn't create opportunities for them. So, dismantling barriers for our communities has definitely been a driving force for me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love the idea of creating opportunities, building a future for yourself, right? I think that so much of what you all are talking about is creation, right? There's so many creatives on this stage, and being a visionary, working to create a new world really does require that kind of vision for ourselves, for our communities, for our world. Jocelyn, did you want to touch a little bit on how your